already know, man, it's Deion Dawkins, and you listening to the Real Deal Sports Show on the Beat 105.5.
Good morning, everybody. Welcome back to Real Deal Sports Show. The Red Man coming loud through your speakers every Saturday morning with Real Deal Sports Show. With the crew and everything, the Red Man and everybody. Bilal's in studio. We got more guests coming in this morning on Real Deal Sports Show. And we got a lot going on. And we coming to you live like we do each and every Saturday morning from the Rock Palm Broker Studios each and every week. We got a lot of sports to talk about. I got a lot to get off my chest this morning. And I told you his ass should have been ran after the 13-second game. Everybody knew it. You should have fired his ass. The guy should have been gone. You get a lead with 13 seconds left. How do you lose the game? Exactly. That's what we're talking about, Radman Rants. Brandon Beane's on the hot seat. Hey, Brandon Beane, Buffalo Bills general manager and vice president of something of others of all business affairs over there at One Bills Drive. Hey, you can't hide in the shadows no more, Brandon Beane. You can't blame nothing on the head coach, the former head coach, Sean McDermott. It's all you. And I like what you did yesterday. Finally, Taron Johnson. Come on, man. Taron is a good guy. Oh, he's a great interview. I love you so much, Taron Johnson. I love him, and most especially because win or lose, when the Bills win, he's the same. When the Bills lose, he always gives you a great interview. But he was just too small. He couldn't cover tight ends. He should have been gone from a year ago. McDermott loved keeping guys way too long, and he's a guy that finally got released by the Bills yesterday. A no-brainer, Taylor Rapp, the stunt man. He can hopefully go out to Hollywood and become a stunt double for somebody because all he did was throw his body around. He injured more Buffalo Bills on the by hurling his body into pileups and plays than he did the other team. His coverage sucked. He wasn't that good. Unfortunately, you tried him out. It didn't work out. Taylor Rapp is gone. Curtis Samuel, possibly the worst pickup ever by Brandon Beane. Curtis Samuels just wasn't that good. My goddaughter, who also a special events planner down there in the D.C. area who covers the Ravens and the Washington Commanders, she said, why are you guys picking him up? All he does is stay in the shop. He just stay in the training room. He don't like to come out the training room. I never forget going to Chicago last summer, watching the Bills and the Bears in a preseason game at Soldier Field. And someone asked Coach McDermott, well, I thought you said before we left Buffalo that Curtis Samuel was going to get a lot of playing time in this game. And Sean McDermott just tore his face up and just went off. I said, whoa, man, this guy hot. He was hot because as it turned out, Curtis Samuel didn't even get on the plane, man. He stayed in the training room and maxed on some Martini and Rossi back at his crib, man. He ain't even make the trip to Chicago. Man, McDermott was steamed. You can't have a player like that don't want to get on the field, don't want to show his wares, and don't want to give it up and play in the National Football League. He was just collecting a paycheck for many years, and it finally, come on, that was Brandon Beane's worst free agency pickup during his tenure with the Buffalo Bills. Last but not least, Dawson Knox. Why is Dawson Knox not on this list? I just happened to look at Sal Mariano. Sal Mariano wrote an article last Sunday. He says, Dawson Knox, his contract has been a poor one, given his production, and this year he's scheduled to count on an absurd $17.3 million against the cap. He said, by cutting Knox, the Bills would incur an ugly dead cap hit, but they would save $10 million. But while Samuel Rapp should be gone, if the Bills really want Knox on the team, and he does have value as, get this, as a player and a leader and as a leader. Why is the white boys always a leader? When they can't put it up statistically, they always go back to they're a locker room guy and they're a leader. Where is Dawson Knox a leader at? Where the hell is he a leader at? Leading what? Does he hand the towels out when the guys come out the shower? Is he standing there as the locker room attendant giving out the towels to the guys? Because what the hell what leadership does he do? All he does is do TV. Now, hey, man, he got a great future as a pitch man. Just go on and cut his ass. Cut him. Stop wasting time with Dawson Knox. He's horrible. Come on. You overpaid him. Why did you overpay this man? If you just paid him basic, he should have been cut after his rookie deal. He shouldn't even been offered a second contract because he's mediocre and average at best. You don't pay top top 15 tight end money to a guy that's average and mediocre. So Dawson Knox, get his ass off the team, Brandon Bean. Stop playing. Bilal, welcome to Real Deal Sports Show. Bilal, can jump in here. Tell us something, because my blood pressure done shut up, man. Good.
Listen, I'm just enjoying the Radman rant, Radman. So, but leadership handing out the towels after the shower is crazy work. But I love the rant. Oh, I get it. It speaks to, I mean, we know the dynamics that exist in the NFL and in the league. Not any time before this season had we ever heard anything, and I'll circle right back around to the Dawson Knox situation, because again, I want to create a comparison real quick. You didn't hear one report out of Baltimore about Lamar Jackson falling asleep in a meeting until they weren't, some loss this year, and then somehow allegedly the sources were supposed to be so credible, but you didn't hear it at any time before this season. And and again, what does it also just so happen to be time for Lamar Jackson? It's contract time. So we never hear these situations when it comes to the top two. Now again, we talking the most important position on the field is quarterback. A two-time MVP winning quarterback, and somehow now that it's time for him to get a new contract, we're hearing these suspect reports that have seemingly come out of nowhere because we've never heard them before. Meanwhile, Dawson Knox can, to your point, be getting paid top 10, top 15 tight end money, and we don't see the production on the field. And the justification is he's a good leader, locker room guy. Well, there's this such thing called a league minimum. So if he's that good for your culture and your team and your locker room, then we restructure the contract and make it team friendly. You know what I mean? So but nobody's hearing anything about, nobody's talking about his coins. So
no.
You know what I mean? These are the things that, to your point, Radman, we really need to and I'm glad we have a platform to be able to really highlight and showcase these things, because it's not about, it's reality. It's not about race, it's reality. It's about reality. So, and I think dealing with these topics are critically important to really just bringing equity to the platform and making awareness of the league. Brandon Bean, again, we know he's not. Somehow he still has a job and McDermott doesn't. We'll just leave it at that.
Yeah, Morris Thompson on the Beltway. Welcome, Morris. Welcome, Kevin Cheeks. Kevin Cheeks said that's Josh's boy. Yeah, I guess that is his boy. But Morris Thompson, hey, you don't get played for being a locker room guy. I agree with you, Morris Thompson. Who the hell gets paid? They don't talk about no brothers getting paid. Every time there's a white guy, they always going to talk about, he's a great leader, man. Oh, he's great in the locker room. What the hell that mean that he's great in the locker room, man? You paying him for production on the field. Right, J-GILLZ? Welcome back to Real Deal Sports Show. Right, J-GILLZ?
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely.
What's your comments on the DJ Moore? Now, I like the DJ Moore. The only thing I don't like about the DJ Moore deal is he was a Carolina guy. It's like, Brandon B., let me ask you, is Carolina the only team you know about, man, that you know guys and you confident? Man, I'm so sick of you bringing Carolina guys to Buffalo, man. Come on, man. If they worked out, that would be great. Shaq Thompson, that was a great move. Not a great move, but, hey, Shaq Thompson had a hell of a season last year. He was the best linebacker on the field. He was really one of the best consistent Bills defensive player all season. He came from Carolina. Been around 15 years, but he had set out 2 years because of his shoulder, had the shoulder surgery, a serious shoulder injury, knee problems. We didn't even think he was going to last, but he did look like those 2 years off benefited him to get his body right, and Shaq Thompson had a hell of a year. I sure hope DJ Moore can fit the bill and be a guy, because in Chicago, he did okay. His first couple years there, he did great in Carolina. He's only 28 years old. That, to me, says he could get about 3 more years, but You paying him 24, almost 20. I didn't realize the Bears paying him 24. I see why. Get his ass out of Chicago, man. With Luther Burden Jr., the third. Oh, give me a break, man. That's what you do. You get young talent to replace the overpriced, and so now they done shipped off $25 million to the Buffalo Bills, right, J-GILLZ?
Yeah, man. When we talking about DJ Moore, you can't hold it against him that he's from Carolina. You know, you got to look at the production that he had on the field. Even in his first couple years in Carolina, he was an okay receiver. When him and Justin Fields linked up in Chicago, when he got traded to Chicago, the production on the field was just, it was too good. That's how he got that contract. And when you talk about the contract, you have to understand, right, man, $24 million in a market like this, where receivers are getting close to $40 million, really it's a bargain, especially for the production that you're going to get on the field. I think that the Bills definitely found their number one. This guy doesn't have any ego. He's a leader. He definitely is a number one receiver. He's going to show you that with his targets that he gets with Josh Allen. And what he does with the ball after, I'm telling you, man, this guy is going to be a phenomenal player for the Buffalo Bills. Now, am I saying that you just continue to, as the receiver position checked off? Absolutely not. You can still probably try and get somebody, draft somebody. But this guy is a bona fide number one. We've seen him do it in the past with lesser quarterbacks, and he definitely will do it this year with Josh Allen.
I gotta ask this. I gotta ask you, J-GILLZ, on what other roster? And I like DJ Moore. I like DJ Moore. Don't get me wrong. On what other roster would DJ Moore be a number one receiver right now?
Kansas City, Miami, him and
over Waddle on Miami?
Potentially. There are several teams right now where he definitely will. I mean, look at what he did with Caleb Williams. Those monumental, but he knows how to play big. He knows how to get those. A lot of those touchdowns that came with those spectacular play, that was to DJ Moore, because DJ Moore is always going to be open, and DJ Moore is always going to be down the field catching balls. That's what we understand. That's what Josh Allen has never had. What makes number one receiver is the quarterback. Because for a long time, nobody looked at Tyreek as a number one receiver. He was drafted in the 6th round. Mahomes made him a number one receiver. Mahomes ended up getting him that money. Puka Nacua, Cooper Kupp. These guys were productions of the quarterback in the system. And I think with Joe Brady, who had DJ Moore, in Carolina, attached with an MVP quarterback, oh, man. Well, y'all know how I get. I have not seen. Nah, come on, man. Nah, but for real, though.
For the Bills' sake, I hope so. I hope I haven't seen it for the Bills' sake.
The guy's still young. He's still fast, and he's Mr. Reliable. Hasn't missed a game in 4 or 5 years. Come on, man.
Listen, I believe he's an upgrade at the position over anything the Bills have. You know what I mean, on the roster. I'll give you that. Number one, I would say if you wouldn't, Bills stay in the market because if you with a DJ Moore, you have an opportunity to really upgrade, your wide receiving core. If you know what I mean, just keep looking.
So are you telling me that you're gonna go? So with DJ Moore, you're gonna go try and find a number one? So DJ Moore's not a number one. You're gonna go and find a number one, is what you're saying?
If the right opportunity is out there, absolutely.
Who's the number? Who do you get to be the number one receiver in Buffalo?
Yeah, I love that.
Fanatic.
Yeah, I love that. Hey, good morning, family. Hey, I want J-GILLZ. I'm with you on that. But that's an interesting question. I think, to me, especially in this kind of draft, you trade a 2nd-round pick for a bona fide low end, but still a number one. I would take that all day, man. To me, it's so much ambiguity with the draft. The draft is hit or miss. I would take a 2nd-round pick for a proven veteran that's still not that old. I'll take that all day. And J-GILLZ, I love when you bring the numbers, baby. Bring those numbers. Hey, for a 23, 25 million, they talk about Alec Pierce from the Colts. He might get 35, anywhere between 30 and 40 million, maybe an average of 35 for a year. That's crazy. So to me, Bilal, yeah, I love that question. Are you telling me that you think the Bills should look at Brandon Ayuk? Is he a number one? Do you think they should be still in the market for an A.J. Brown? If we saw what Matt Crosby got, I'm sure A.J. Brown cost at least 2 ones and maybe something else. So, Bilal, who else would you be looking at that you would feel is a bona fide number one to help the Bills?
So I honestly feel like the questions around A.J. Brown, forget on-field production for a minute. I think the questions around A.J. Brown related to, the camaraderie on the team and kind of the team chemistry dynamics are what are what probably caused Buffalo to not look to want to spend the price tag of what it would cost to bring in AJ Brown. I think AJ Brown would have been a bonus. I mean, just a lock #1 receiver. And if you could pair it, but again, the price tag, the price tag is going to be ridiculous for AJ Brown, and rightfully so. It's just, what does AJ Brown completely disrupt your locker room and team chemistry if he's not getting the ball like he wants to, or like all the microaggressive stuff. You know what I mean? You're not gonna be able to get away with sitting on the sidelines reading a book in Buffalo. That's not gonna be tolerated.
And to the Big O in the comments, we need to get you on the show, Big O. You talking about the stat line? You talking about the stat line? 50 catches, 682 yards. Who was the #1 in Chicago last year? Because last time I checked, Romo Dunze, he only had 44 receptions, 661 yards. So I mean, you talking about they spread the ball. They all #1. And when it comes to the contract, you had to get rid of him because you got 2 receivers on rookie deals. Of course he's gonna be the one to go. But you can't say that he wasn't the #1. Tell me who the Big O. Put in the comments, Big O. Put it in the comments.
Call him out, J-GILLZ.
Receiver in Chicago.
Call him out. Yeah. Because and to that point is he wasn't. DJ Moore was the #1 the 2 of the previous 3 years. Last year, but they saw the evolution of Roma Dunze, and Omar would know that because we all played in our fantasy league. He had Caleb Williams. So over here trying to play the game, J-GILLZ, I'm with you. We calling the Big O out. Call the line, though.
We got to.
Brad, man, give the number, man. Call the line.
What's the number? 585.
Let me say this.
595-1055. 595-1055.
Everybody in the comments, I want you on
Call
the
line.
I'm gonna say this, and I'm done with it. Right. To Big O's point, Tyreek Hill is he got released. The Bills, you could sign him at no risk right now. You know what I mean? Now y'all saw you see, I'm not just making this up. What did I text in the group chat last night? I want to see if you going out and you getting Max Crosby over in Baltimore. Tyreek Hill would be a game changer on that offense. And again, he's low risk, high reward right now. That's what you need. You need a low risk, high reward type of situation because you just traded away two #1s in order to get Max Crosby. You had to do it because the defense, you needed to upgrade that defense from last year. So you need a low risk, high reward situation, somebody to complement the offense, you know what I mean, with Lamar Jackson, and they want to do, with Likely and Zay Flowers, you know what I mean? You add a Tyreek Hill to that situation, and man, you got a scary team on paper coming into next season.
Remember, guys, the only team that has two $25 million receivers is the Cincinnati Bengals. They're the only team with 2 wideouts being paid 25 plus a year. So the Bills are getting close with picking DJ Moore up. But would they be I doubt it due to their salary cap problems and the poor management that Brandon Beane has done in the past with overpaying Dawson Knox, Curtis Samuel, Taylor Rapp, just to name a few. This guy has to make some changes. Let's move over to Baltimore. What you guys think of the Ravens giving up their top pick, first round pick for the next 2 years to bring in Max Crosby? J-GILLZ.
Man, I thought that was a great move. I didn't think that was too much at all. I mean, the 14th pick, that's a little steep. You know what I mean, for the 14th pick. But in this excellent draft, I mean, who are they going to get that's going to have that production with the 14th pick? And then next year they're probably going to be picking in the low 20s. So I thought that when you look, I thought they definitely maximized their value. And then when you look at the defense, you still got some veterans over there, some playmakers in that front seven. You got the guys like Kyle Van Noy, a couple folks like that. You got some good linebacker core. And your secondary, that's going to elevate a lot too. With guys like Malachi Starks coming in the second year, and Kyle Hamilton. So it's like he's going to definitely bring an addition. And of course with Jesse Mentor, when you got a coach that's going to be able to utilize those pieces. Similar to a DJ Moore in Buffalo, not to go back, but when you got a head coach who's an offensive coordinator who knows how to utilize those pieces, those values of those free agent pieces just continue to rise. So a guy like Jesse is definitely going to get the most out of Max Crosby in the plethora of defensive pieces that they have on that roster.
Absolutely. Bilal?
Yeah, agreed. Think about it, right? They back to Buffalo, right? They lost game 1 in Buffalo last year on what? Yeah, the fumble by Derrick Henry hurt, but what cost them the game was not being able to get a stop because they had a lead. You got a guy who can definitely get pressure on the quarterback, and to J-GILLZ's point. Now you have pressure or you have impact players at every level of the defense. You got Kyle Hamilton in the defensive secondary. Of course, you got my guy Rohan, big zero. You know what I mean? Roquan Smith, and then now you add a Max Crosby to that front four. You know what I mean? You are creating havoc, for offenses trying to game plan around. I mean, think about the amount of big plays that Kyle Hamilton had to make last year in order for them to, to stay in games or get momentum shifting plays. When you have a guy now who can get it off the front line, who commands a double team. So now when you're talking about the blitz packages and schemes, it's gonna, I really think this was a great move by the Baltimore Ravens front office to say, listen, let's see what we can do. This is the window. The window is now. You got Lamar Jackson playing at the top of his game. I think he's going to come out with a 0.2 prove next year. We're going to see a motivated Lamar Jackson like we've not seen before. I think we might be looking at another MVP. This might be his third MVP season.
Could be. And as Morris Thompson in the Beltway, but Big Morris getting it in down there. Hey, defense wins Super Bowl. If you watch the Super Bowl, defense is what Crosby might be the missing piece on that defense to stop the run, and also that pass rush, which was really lacking from them. But also, I like what the Rams have been doing too. The Rams always give away their number 1 pick, and they did it again this year, trading for Trent McDuffie. Boy, it's a fire sale going on in Kansas City. They earned it. They done won Super Bowl, 3 out of 5 Super Bowls that they were in. They deserve it. Now they way over the cap, $50 million over, and you can see it's a fire sale going on in KC. What you got to think of Trent McDuffie, good cornerback going to a good defensive team already to the Rams. Looked like the Rams was watching, as Morris Thompson was saying, defense wins Super Bowl. Right, J-GILLZ?
Most definitely. I'll let Bilal take this one.
So I go back to when you think about key losses. Where did you lose the game? Where did the Rams lose that game? Against the Seahawks.
Secondary.
You know what I mean? I mean, listen. Juju Smith-Schuster had a field day. I mean, not Juju. Jackson Smith-Njigba. Excuse me. Jackson Smith-Njigba had a field day on the secondary for the Rams. And here's the thing. The Rams knew he was getting the ball. It wasn't like you didn't know that they were going to be targeting Jackson Smith-Njigba. They knew he was getting the ball. So when you're able to get that kind of production out of a player that the defense knows is getting the ball, you know that the space that you need to shore up as a defense is your secondary. So again, I like the move. And again, they were smart to say, hey, Kansas City, we know you in a cap situation. You strapped, you cash strapped. Let's make a deal.
Yeah, yes, indeed. And look at some of their linemen too. I like that Drew Duntrill, that edge rusher. I mean, if I'm the Bills, I'm taking a look at that young man too, because he's a force. He's a guy that he doesn't stand out, but he makes plays. He makes plays, and he does his. I think the Bills need to look at some of those Kansas City guys as well. You definitely seen teams not dealing with the draft. And Bean has been so bad in the first, second, and third rounds of the Bills draft. You can't name hardly anybody. Ed Oliver went number 9 overall. Ed Oliver is a good football player, but he's not a number 9 overall guy performance-wise with the team. Why not start going for guys that are already proven track record, who's still in their prime, 28 years old, 26, 28. Stop messing with those Von Miller, those guys 35, 34. Come on, Von Miller was way way too much. He was over 100,000 miles if he was 150,000 when the Bills picked him up. Don't mess with guys like that. Get guys in their prime. Get rid of your number 1 and number 2 draft pick. You haven't done anything with them. Number 2 draft pick, AJ Espinosa. Give me a break. Man, AJ, he's another one that should be on that damn list. Man, get the hell out of town, AJ. Come on, man. You're another guy. Hit the road, man. We don't ever want to see him again, man. I mean, come on. You talk about a guy that show up every 5 games. Man, you know, AJ, there's 18 games in the regular season. Did you know that? Man, you show up every 5th game and make a splash play, man. And then we supposed to love you and say about what a great guy you are. Come on, man. Oh, my goodness. As you can tell, we ain't talking about what we heard. We talking about what we know here on the Real Deal Sports Show. Award-winning Amir and Rivera Insurance Agency, Auto, Home, Health, and Life Insurance, 1038 Lyle Avenue or 511 Bean Road, Suite B. Give her a call, 585-360-0094. She has a lot going on with her businesses, with that, and her 3 locations now. Give her a call, check her out. And also, if you're looking for employment opportunity, stop by the Lyle Avenue location, speak to her or her office manager about an employment opportunity. Hey, she helps you out. Had a claim come through on me. Hey, she walked me right through the claim and got my claim adjusted. So she just don't sell you the insurance. Her phone don't ring when something go wrong and you got to do a claim. She'll answer the phone then too and help you out. So check her out. Definitely, Miriam Rivera Insurance Agency, 1038 Lyle Avenue. J-GILLZ. Kimmy does it best, J-GILLZ.
Oh, man, Kimmy does it best. Custom web design and ongoing maintenance. Kimmy can help you with your business grow online. Visit KimmyDoesItBest.com. Contact support at KimmyDoesItBest.
Absolutely. Yeah, we definitely got to do that for sure. And, of course, Challenger Community News, Western New York's largest weekly African-American newspaper, published weekly. Email your articles in to buffchildnews at editor@thechallengernews.com. Send your articles in to the Challenger newspaper. There's a lot going on. Excellent articles by Alnisa Barbara Banks, giving Black history and a lot going on in our community. So pick up Challenger Community News each week at most businesses in the community, guys. Yes, indeed. As we move on, from the NFL action, one other move. Does anybody think Tyreek Hill is going to be? You mentioned Tyreek Hill earlier. Do you think he's going to be able to play this season?
So I think he will be available at some point. We saw it was an ugly, gruesome injury, but I do think with his physical, his physical ability, how great a shape he keeps himself in, he will be available at some point. And if it's only the playoffs, if it's and of course you got to be on the active roster, prior to, but even if it's only for the playoffs, I think you get him back at the right time, and signing him now would be a move for either the postseason and seasons beyond. So I think it would be it'd be a roster bonus or benefit to you to get him, to catch him beforehand.
How about you, J-GILLZ?
Yeah, same. I think Tyreek Hill definitely plays next season. At what time, I'm not sure. If I had to hedge my bets, I would go with I know the big thing is the Kansas City Chiefs, but I think that the Los Angeles Chargers, who have the most cap space in the NFL, not to say he's going to break the banks, especially with the guaranteed money that he got from the Miami Dolphins. But I think that the continuity that he has with offensive coordinator Mike McDaniel, along with the weapons that they have over there, Ladd McConkey, well, really the lack thereof, they really need some extra pieces. I don't think he needs to be the number one guy, but if you can throw Ladd McConkey and then you got Keenan Allen, who's getting up there in age, but you just kind of throw him in that offense as another piece. Let him kind of rehab a little bit. I think that the Chargers are a team to be on the lookout for a guy like Tyreek.
Yeah, it's time for that quarterback to show up too over there. He's another quarterback that doesn't seem to gets a lot of talk, but I haven't seen all-pro status from this guy as of yet. And
can I ask a question, Rad Man?
Go ahead.
Yeah, to your point, so you feel like the roster on the Chargers is competitive enough that because if I'm thinking Tyreek Hill, I'm thinking he wants another shot at a ring. Would going to the Chargers be a move you think he'd make, or would it be at this point, whoever's interested in me.
I think that the Chargers can be competitive. I also think that, especially with these injuries, I think that a 2-year, $15 million, something like that, which the Chargers can offer. I think that you got to look at the financial part of it too. Mike McDaniel, they have the continuity. He's going to vouch for him, and they have the money to get him a low ball but decent money. I can see that happening. That'll give him his most competitive chance. We're giving him the most money, because if you go to Kansas City, you're getting the vet minimum.
Yeah, but again, you also get a chance to play for something worthwhile in the end. I figure if you put the right incentives in that contract, you know what I mean, you can get them for the for the low.
I think that the Chargers and the Chiefs are kind of right about at the same spot. They about at the same spot.
Absolutely, gentlemen. They're both around the same spot. And we're going to move on, gentlemen, to our next segment, which is brought to you by Jamaican Soul Restaurant, 211 Genesee Street, featuring soul food Sundays, open noon, 9 to 9 p.m. on Sunday, and 11 a.m. to 9 p.m. on Tuesday through Saturday. Check out Jamaican Soul Restaurant, food for the soul, and Soul Food Sunday. Looking for some good soul food with a Jamaican flair as well? Check out Jamaican Soul Restaurant, 211 Genesee Street. Check them out, everybody. And Bilal, you know where we're headed on Sunday after church, right, Bilal? Where are we going after church tomorrow, Bilal?
We're going to experience the award-winning authentic Indian food in a warm, inviting atmosphere at Thali of India. The lunch buffet is from 11:30 to 2 p.m. and dinner from 4:40 to 8:30 p.m. at 3259 South Winton Road in the Win Jeff Plaza. Listen, Thali of India, you talking good food. That's some good eating, Rad Man.
Absolutely. Exactly. Yes, indeed. You usually see me there after church around noon to 1. Watch out. It'll be a line closer to that 1 o'clock hour. You're going to have to wait in a little line. Doesn't take a little too long, but hey, the food is outstanding. That's why they were voted Monroe County's number one
buffet
in all of Monroe County. And that says a lot right there. And speaking of number ones, we're gonna go to a number one boxer right now. We're gonna stay with number ones. And we're going to go, as we're going to see, we have Coach Debbie Laguerres. Coach Debbie Laguerres and Javier Macho Mitchell is a 17-year-old amateur boxing standout fighting out of Rochester, New York. Welcome to both of you to Real Deal Sports Show. How y'all doing this morning?
Thank you. We appreciate it. We're doing good. How are you?
Doing good.
Great. And tell us a little bit about yourself, Javier. How'd you get started in boxing?
So I got started at a young age. I know I was just talking about boxing a lot. I heard I used to just punch on things around 3 years old. So when I turned 4, I told my mom I want to go do boxing. And we went to a couple gyms, and they was turning me down. They said I had to turn 5. But one gym accepted me, and after that, I just been going since.
Wow, that's outstanding. You've just been going since. And Coach Debbie, can you tell us about yourself? How did you get started in becoming a coach and getting involved in becoming a coach in the boxing area?
So how I got involved, he started at 4 years old, turning 5. His first coach, Coach Johnson, passed away. After he passed away, he went over to Timothy Nolan, and Timothy Nolan took a position with USA Boxing, so he left them. And then he had one more coach after that and left them. And at the age of 10, he said, "Mommy, I think you should coach me. You've been around long enough to take over and you coach me." So I decided to coach him after that.
Wow. And not only coach him, you've been coaching other boxers as well, correct?
I do. Yes. We have a good team now. I have 3 boxers that are ranked top 3 in the nation.
Wow.
Yes.
Wow. And you can name them now. Who are those boxers?
Okay. Yep. Kay Drake and Harley Brito Davidson. Wow. Harley Wilson Brito. I'm sorry. Harley Wilson Brito.
That's all right. Oh, that's beautiful. And Javier, when you getting comfortable in the ring, now you just came off. What did you just win a few weeks ago?
An international tournament, gold.
And where was that held at?
Pueblo, Colorado.
Wow, up in Colorado. That's no joke up there. They box up there. They got the Olympic boxing complex up there as well.
Yeah.
Yep, they do.
Bilal or J-GILLZ look like J-GILLZ look like you have a question?
Just some. First of all, excellent work. You know, I love to see a family truly working together. I'm all about passion, and to see, you know, you Macho with your passion of boxing, then your mom with her passion to train you. It's truly a phenomenal thing to see and witness. And I know the sky is going to be the limit. Just a quick question: who was your favorite fighter, and who do you model your game after?
I say my favorite fighter is me, of course. Gotta go with me. But I got a lot. I got a good handful of fighters I like. Floyd, James Toney, for Engels, I like Lomachenko. So I just all try to use different people arsenals and put it in mine.
Man, that's awesome. First of all, congratulations on you know, not just what you accomplished this past weekend, but also on all your success.
Thank you.
You know, the awards and the accolades are you know, a reflection of a lot of work that's gone in that wasn't necessarily, you know, rewarded. So this is the payoff now that you're having for a lot of work that happened behind the scenes. They say you wasn't with me in the gym, you know, but Mom was right there with you in the gym. So congratulations to Mom as well.
Thank
And, you know, and there's something about a mom, you know. Mom, yeah, Mom said, listen, ain't nobody else leaving my baby.
Nah,
So,
that was it.
yeah, that is you guys have an awesome team. I've heard amazing things about it. I'm connected with some folks who are kind of around the boxing arena who's said, I mean, how impressive you are in the ring. So, you know, you got to let us know the next time you're competing, whether it's locally or somewhere nearby, so we can come out and support. You know, I definitely, anybody that knows me knows I'm all about the 585. So, you know, continue putting on for home. Just been many blessings and much success to you. You know, I know with Mom in your corner, you know, you're gonna reach amazing heights.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
And you're fighting at 154 pounds. Do you have the Olympics in sight? Is that your goal to make the Olympic team?
Yeah, that is definitely my goal.
Who you feel is it tough? What do you feel you have to do to be able to make that team?
First, I have to make the youth team. In December we fight in nationals, and then I wouldn't go there. I'm on the youth team. They travel everywhere, and then after that I go up to elite where I fight. 18 and above?
18 and over.
18 and above. Fight there, and I have to win another tournament to eventually get on the USA team.
Wow.
I got a quick one for Javier and you too, Coach Nagaris. What's you guys' take on the boxing right now? You know, right now we see a lot of these major fights, guys like Jake Paul and these major guys, Mike Tyson coming out of retirement. Now we got Floyd and Pacquiao 2.0. I mean, these guys, they're getting too old. When we got so many young guys, you know, who are of the spotlight, who can do it. You know, what's your take on boxing right now and just the state of where we are?
I think personally right now it's like a money grab. I think it's promoting, which I love it because it's putting boxing out there. So I like what Jake Paul is doing. I actually support it. A lot of people are against it because he's a YouTuber and stuff, but he's bringing boxing back to life. And that's how I look at it. Mike Tyson is coming back. He's bringing boxing back to life. People want to see Mike. People want to see Jake. People want to see Manny and Floyd Mayweather again. So I think it's a great way to bring boxing back.
Okay, great.
What do you?
Excellent. And Coach Nagaris, you also coach at the Olympic Center in Colorado Springs?
Yes. I've worked with many Olympians. Our 2024 Olympians, I've worked with them. I was a coach. I'm actually a USA Boxing high performance coach. So yeah, I go frequently to the training center, the Olympic Training Center. Yes.
Wow. And you said a high performance coach. What does that entail?
Yeah, that's a coach that is part of the USA team. So I'm part of the USA team. So we are titled high performance coaches.
Wow. Okay. And when we talk about professional this, one of the Clarissa Shields fight that took place in Detroit was the first women's title fight to be on pay-per-view, to have a pay-per-view crowd there in Detroit, Michigan a couple of weeks ago. And those two women, they didn't disappoint at all. What were your thoughts of that fight?
So I know Franchon personally. I actually go to Headbangers, and I take him to spar down there. We're real good friends with Boog and Barry Hunter and Juice. So it was good, and and we know Clarissa as well. You know, seeing her at the tournament, she's supportive. So it was good to see the two ladies, you know, do their thing. I didn't go for anyone. I was neutral.
Right. Oh, that's the way to
Yeah,
be political.
right. But
You
I
said you
love
know you're
Clarissa. I love Clarissa style. Let's just say that.
Question for you, Macho. Who right now is your favorite fighter in the game, active right now?
Active right now, I gotta go Shakur Stevenson for sure.
That's a good one. That's a good one. What about his fighting style or that draws you to him?
I say he could just adapt to any situation. He's slick. He knows how to counter fight. He knows how to be first. He's good overall, and I just like his slickness the most.
Okay.
how do you handle the business side of the boxing, Coach Lagares? How did you handle that business side of it?
It's kind of hard. So we're still, well, I'm helping coach a pro fighter now, but majority of my fighters that I train are amateur fighters. So we're constantly traveling. I'm a nurse at night. That's where I get a lot of the money, working doubles, whatever I got to do, working 5, 6, 7 shifts a week, whatever I have to do to make the money to make sure that these kids travel. So that's how I handle it. We try to do some fundraisers. We at the Jackson Art Center, um, off of Clinton Avenue, or on Clinton Avenue, I should say. So we've done a little funding there. Other than that, it's just kind of coming out my pocket.
Wow, that's a lot. There's a lot. How can people, if people want to make a donation or get involved with your boxing team, how can they reach you? How can they reach out to you?
They can reach me at, I guess they can email me. I have Instagram as well. Facebook, I don't hardly use it. I should start using it. But yeah, I do have, you can reach me at Deborah Lagares at gmail.com. So it's first and last name, DebraLagares at gmail.com.
At gmail.com. Excellent. And Javier, when you decide to go in pro, what weight class do you think would be your best fit for you?
Right now I'll say 147.
147?
Yes.
And when we watch you fight, what kind of fight can we expect to see when we see you in the ring?
You can see everything. You can see a slick fighter. You can see a fighter that could bang. You can see a fighter that can take it to you. You can see a fighter that's just playing around with you. Whatever I feel like doing, and I know what I can do against my opponent, I'm definitely do.
Okay.
I know that's right.
147
Thank you.
147 is competitive. Like
yeah,
that.
The weight
You talking about you talking about some of the top,
Fighters.
the top of the game at 147.
Yeah.
That's I respect the confidence. That's saying a lot. If you feel like 147 is it, that's saying, listen, I'm elite. I love the confidence.
Thank you.
And Coach, did you have any? I mean, did you used to fight back in the day? I'm assuming so.
No, actually I didn't. But my dad was a kickboxer. So at 1, 2, 3, he taught me my stance, how to throw the jab, the right hand, the hook. So I watched my dad fight a lot and compete. And I had my own pair of gloves, my own boxing bag. So that's where I got the fighting from. Then as I got older, I had a lot of anger inside. So believe it or not, I used to get kicked out of school and stuff like that for fighting.
No, not you. No, no way, Debbie.
My dad left my mom, and I was just involved with all this anger, and yeah, so I was one of those kids. I was one of those troubled kids. Went to Josh Lofton and all of that, and one of the kids I remember in school, one of my friends said, "Whoa, you fight like Mike Tyson." I didn't know you could fight like that. And from there on, I said, you know what, that'll be cool if I ever become a boxing coach.
Out of pain comes purpose.
Yeah, that's right. That's true. Yeah.
Exactly. What do you think is the biggest hurdle for the young people getting into the sport?
The biggest hurdle right now, I wouldn't say it's a big hurdle. I would just say right now, if this is something you want to do, this is a sport you can't play. This is not football. This is not basketball. This is not. I'm not taking nothing away from that because I played every sport under the sun. I was the girl out there playing with the boys football and all of that. So I don't take nothing away from that. But this is a sport that you have to be consistent. You have to stay disciplined. You have to really take this serious because anytime it just take one punch in your life, it could be over and it could be, anything can happen. So this is a sport that you have to take serious and you really want to do it.
Wow. And Javier, how do you keep the discipline? How do you keep yourself disciplined in the ring?
I know this is a goal that I want to achieve, so I know whatever sacrifice I have to make, I'm gonna do. So that's how I stay disciplined.
And you up early running? I know when we were talking a while back, you get up early and what time are you out running doing your exercising?
Before school, 6 a.m., 5 a.m. Just get some miles in. Do a little workout too if I need.
And then after school, then you come back and you have more training?
Yes. Strength and conditioning. And then after strength and conditioning, take like a 2-hour break, go back home, eat, and then we're back to the gym once again.
Wow, that's a serious commitment, Javier. That's more than a notion. That's serious discipline and commitment.
Thank you.
And then you up the very next day and you start the same routine all over again.
Yes, sir.
Right. Excellent. Bilal, look like you have a question.
No, I'm just thinking about how can we get you out talking to other young athletes and really, sharing that level of discipline and commitment that it takes to be. I mean, people see success and they don't understand often the work that it takes to get there. So I'm looking and I'm like, I'm just blown away at the amount of dedication and commitment to your craft that you have. And I'm trying to think, how can we get you in front of some youth? So we'll definitely be reaching out because I think it's great. It's great just hearing about the work ethic that you have at such a young age.
Thank you.
Yeah, Coach Lagares, in closing, what do you have coming up for Javier? What's next on his list that we can look out for?
April 25th, Blue Cross Arena. He's going to be the main event for the amateur side. There's going to be a big pro-am show April 25th here in Rochester, New York at the Blue Cross Arena. Then he'll be participating in the Junior Olympics again. And then we'll do a couple bouts in between. It's hard to get him fights, but we'll see what we can get him. And then the big nationals in December for him to make the USA team.
Wow. Good luck, Javier.
Thank you.
Macho Mitchell, congratulations on success already. We look forward to seeing you April 25th at the Blue Cross Arena. We'll all most likely will be down there if our schedule is provided. We'll be down there and check you out and check that card out. That sounds like a very exciting opportunities. And Coach Lagares, continued success with all the adventures. You're very modest. You're doing a lot. I mean, I was impressed with you there in Colorado Springs with the Olympic, working there and here and working overnight. I mean, hey, you definitely you're more than dedicated. And thank God and bless you for all you do for our kids in the community.
Thank you so much. Appreciate it. Thank you for having us.
All righty. Take care.
You too. Thank you. Bye-bye. Thank you.
Bye-bye. J-GILLZ, Bilal, we were just saying about Rochester, man. We got to talk about all these great things that are happening here in Rochester, New York.
Absolutely. I mean, just the amount of talent, and we keep coming back to it, the amount of talent in Rochester that comes out of Rochester. And not just one sport. You're talking all sports, basketball, football, you know what I mean? Track.
UFC.
Yeah, I mean exactly. You talk so people are gonna have to start taking notice of what's going on in Rochester. And I love that this generation of athletes, that when they get there, they're not forgetting about Rochester. Man, you know what I mean? We just watched I was watching a post-game interview with a young brother from Rochester. Nate
Higgins.
Janathan. Yeah. So Janathan Williams. Yeah. You prep grad. University Preparatory Charter School, man. And this young man got up there. He said, "Listen, I'm from Rochester, New York. I don't fear no man but God. And if you knew where I was from, then you'd understand." And that is not only just, again, the grit, the toughness, but the athleticism that you see coming through that out of pain purpose. We just said it, out of pain purpose. And so I think, man, Rochester is really representing well right now in all the different arenas.
And the dedication too, J-GILLZ, the dedication that people are giving. I mean, Coach Debbie Laguerres, I was blown away when we talked at the gym. All the things I said, wow, when do you sleep? I mean, gosh, she's involved in a lot, and a lot of, and as you said, even works overnight too. J-GILLZ, what can you say about that?
Man, it's just that's what it takes. That's what it takes, in whatever your industry is, whether it's sports, whether it's communications, whatever it is, it's gonna take work. It's gonna take consistency, and that's the example, and we see the example daily, especially with you, Rad, man. You've been doing this a long time. I don't know when the last Saturday you took off, so it doesn't matter the profession or area. If you want to be great, if you want to be successful, then you're going to have to be consistent for sure. And Rochester showed you that we had the type of people that do just that.
And exactly. Me, myself, the Fanatic, and the Big O, we saw a few years ago, we saw the Jonathan from UPrep play at the game at Blue Cross Arena. Their mom was honored earlier in the evening and then in the afternoon. And then we went to the game at Blue Cross Arena and saw that kid play. And now he's, wow, I just see how mature they went. I think he went to UB first, then went somewhere else, and now.
Don't forget when he played against. He was playing against Rochester's own Isaiah Stewart from McQuaid.
Yeah, pretty soon we're gonna have enough Rochester kids in the NBA that they're gonna be playing each other almost every other night.
Yes, sir. We got Jaden Bradley right now in Arizona, Melvin Council Jr. at Kansas. Man, we got you. Listen, we in there. You already said Isaiah Stewart leading, anchoring the #1 defense in the NBA. Detroit Pistons, they still got the best record in the Eastern Conference, right? Best record in the Eastern Conference. Yeah, you know what I mean.
Thomas Bryant. The list goes on, man.
So yeah, we got top talent, and I love that they're getting a chance to showcase. And shout out to KC Concepcion,
absolutely,
whose dad I got to see his dad play when he was in high school here. I got a chance to see him play a little bit because he actually played. He went to high school with my nephew in Charlotte, so he's on his way, and he shouted out 585. You know what I mean at the draft combine. So I just think Rochester is showing how talented it is. And not for nothing, AJ Terrell, top tier cornerback in the NFL. His dad, Edison grad, and his brother was competing at the draft combine this weekend. So much talent out of Rochester, and I just think it's amazing to hear about it.
Yes, and that Concepcion is rising high. His name is keep coming up. It looked like he benefited from the combine. He's definitely moving up the leaderboard, and we probably could see him drafted in the top 10 possibly of this.
Oh, for sure. He's a game changer. Any offense that drafts him, they're getting an elite player.
Absolutely. And J-GILLZ, as I know the music ready to come on here, and we're gonna bring in BacSpin to join us here on the close.
Thought I heard that tune going.
Yeah, it was already in my head.
Fellas,
another great show, fellas.
Another great show, man. You guys definitely brings the facts and the insight. You know what I'm saying? And it's great to hear on this Saturday morning, man. Great to hear.
BacSpin, are you amazed at all the talent that's here in Rochester that's gone on to be successful?
I mean, Rochester's always had talent, and what it used to be is people never really said they were from Rochester. You know what I'm saying? They would move away, and that would be that. And then you'd have to read in an article somewhere that they were from Rochester, but they would never promote it like that. Now, you know what I'm saying? The last few years, Rochesterians has really been saying 585 and shouting the town out. So that's just the reality of it. And I love it, man. I love it. I love, representing for, my city. When I was on Rap City BET's Rap City, that was the first thing I said, DJ BacSpin from Rochester, New York. And when I'm out and about and I'm meeting these celebrities and whatnot, that's what I say, I want to make
Like the beautiful Felicia Rashad.
And
we seen
I'm
you
from
with her.
Upstate Rochester, New York. So, that's just what it is with me, man. I always got the rock on my back, and it's a beautiful thing to see other athletes, on big platforms and big stages representing the rock. You know what I'm saying? It's only gonna bring more notoriety to the city, and produce more talent.
Yes, sir. Can we say this as we go out, man? And BacSpin, that was amazing, and shout out to you. But man, can we shout out the late great Jesse Jackson? We didn't we didn't get a chance to last week. His funeral services were yesterday. And the Black community, is eternally indebted to for all the sacrifices that he made. I mean, you talking about 80 plus years spanned his life. And he put in work. So, flowers to you and condolences to the family of the late Jesse Jackson, Reverend Jesse Jackson.
Yes, absolutely. Reverend Al Sharpton and the former President
Obama, yeah.
Barack Obama, man, they laid it on the light though. Hey, if you didn't hear it, go check that out on YouTube.
Yeah.
They were awesome.
Definitely a good eulogy that President Obama put on, and Al Sharpton, the great Rev. They definitely had some great words to say.
Absolutely.
About the late great Reverend Jesse Jackson.
And if you're not familiar with the young mayor of the city of Chicago, this young brother is dynamic. Check him out. I follow him on Instagram. The brother is gifted, prolific. He might be the next one.
That will be dope. All right, fellas, we got to leave it there, man. You guys have a great weekend. Enjoy this unseasonably warm weather that we're going to have today here in Rochester. I'm looking forward to it.
Back in Time Mix Show?
It. The Back in Time Mix Show is on the way. Rock City, rock with me and keep it right where you need it. It's the beat.